Movement. Movement is fundamental to the very existence of a brain. In fact, only an organism that moves from place to place even requires a brain. The entire front half of the brain is devoted to organizing action, both physical and mental. Higher brain function have evolved from movement and is still depending on it. Movement is crucial to every brain function, including memory, emotion, language, and learning. This being the case, it is obvious that having students sit quietly in lines and rows is a worst-case scenario for the brain. This being the case, it is obvious that having students sit quietly in rows is a worst-case scenario for the brain. It is, it needs, it wants active participation from its partner, the body. Involving the rest of the body in any learning event increases the neural activity of the brain, which assists in sequencing thought, increases positive flow of epinephrine, which aids transfer of learning from short-term to long-term memory, and releases positive molecules of emotion. Emotion impacts learning. Memory of knowledge and skills also records the emotional state of the learner at the time the learning took place. It is the motor part of the brain that sequences our thought. Because the motor areas of the brain sequence thought, the more students do with what they know, the more solid the learning. The motivation behind movement as a critical body-brain compatible element in the HET model is not movement for movement's sake or movement for exercise, but rather because movement is crucial to the functioning of the brain and therefore to learners of all age groups. It is not just any movement. It is the kind of movement that associated with using what is learned and also movement to reset students' emotional states to a level appropriate to the next activity. Make curriculum an experience in doing, real life experience, life application, reenactments. Develop movement mnemonics. Create movement to mimic the sequence of a process, concept, or event, an attribute. Add music, rap, rhythm, rhyme, role play, rich movement detail. In the beginning, the Spirit of God moved.